I'm broke. It's Wednesday, my dudes. And tonight, we got a ton of people backstage. There's no time to waste. But tonight, our main star is Gary, AKA Needdles. He is a collector, a customizer, a toy photographer, and a cobbler. That means he makes shoes. Look it up, people. Educate yourself. Anyway, there's so much going on. There's no time to waste on this silly intro. So, Machu, roll that intro. There's too much to do. Wow, I'm on the other side. This feels weird.
This feels weird.
This feels weird. Switch it.
Hold on.
There it goes.
No, you could switch it too.
I know, but I gotta reach. Hi, Machu. What's going on?
Not much. Busy day today, but I'm here.
You're here. Yeah. You're here on episode 75 of Between Two Sentinels. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? Can we officially start the road to 100?
I mean, we started the road to 100 with one.
True. I guess you're right. That's something like you'd start dying the day you start living. I don't know. Deep shit. Anyway, there's a lot of people backstage. We haven't had this many people in a while. So, did you get anything today?
Did
you get anything today?
I did. I've been trying to get it out of the shipper.
I don't even want to open it yet.
You know what? It's the same thing that you have in your hand.
It's the same thing. Yeah. Oh. All right. Well, let's bring in our first guest, and then we will then we'll check in with the chat because I know that he's got to go. It's one of our favorite people in the whole world, and it's one of everybody's favorite people. It is the one, the only Chubsy.
Hey guys,
what's going on, sir?
Yeah. Love over everybody.
How are you, sir? How are you?
Doing great.
Yeah.
Cannot complain.
Right. You can complain if you want. We'll listen. So,
Yeah, just having fun. This is what we do.
That's it.
And enjoying ourselves.
You celebrated a pretty monumental birthday a couple weeks ago, which was awesome. You had us all out there, which is great. Good to see you standing.
Yes, ever 50 years old, and without you guys there, it was amazing. And thank you so much for everybody that came by, and whoever didn't come by, also send me a text and a DM. Special gifts too, but it was amazing. Thank you guys.
Of course. Always happy to go out and celebrate. And do want to call this out. We got a very special, very generous super hat.
Whoa!
From the Toy Migos, $20. Just saying, yo! Thank you so much, Toy Migos. Really appreciate that.
Just yo!
Yo! It's just that's the only way.
There's no A in there. There's no A.
Yo! So, but transitioning off of that amazing thing, you're here to announce another amazing piece to this. Your generosity knows no bound, my friend. We're gonna be doing a giveaway, right? We're gonna do a giveaway today. Not today. We're gonna announce a giveaway today. So, and I'm free to show it.
Yep.
All right. So, Chubsy Wubsy is generously donating a what do we even want to call this? This is a PVC Last Ronin bust that we will be giving away. What do we call it? Lower 48 only. Shipping in the lower 48 only. We will put up a post, a shared post between Two Sentinels and Chubsy for all the details. But it'll be make sure you like and follow. It'll be a couple of weeks. We'll have it out there this way. You got time to like, follow, share, do all those things. But yeah, it's pretty awesome looking.
That is awesome.
And but yeah, thank you so much, man. This is dope. And
you can't enter this, right?
I was gonna ask the same question. I want to know if I could do a rig away. So
I don't know, whatever you guys want to do, but I want to do it because we always done that every time we met each other the first time, and then we always did giveaways. This year I started with you guys, and when I saw this bus, I said, you know what? We have to bring it over to the Two Sentinels. We have to bring it in. This is for everybody. So good luck to everybody. And it's a great bus. I love it.
It's really nice. It's really nice. I may have to test it out here before we ship it out. So but yeah, post coming up soon. We'll do a couple weeks. It'll be a like, follow type of thing. Make sure you're following Chubsy. Want to pay respect to our tribal chief, And we'll make sure that we get it up there. But in the next couple of days, I will put up a post. Look for that post, and we will give it away live on the show. We'll have Chubsy back to give it away. We'll do a wheel, and we'll make it happen. But dude, honestly, thank you so much.
Oh, anytime, you guys.
This is super generous, generous.
You guys.
So, speaking of generous, another generous super hat from the Toy Migos. It's the James Watt and the Machu Man Super Show. Hey, paisanos.
That's what's up.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, dude, I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, this is so generous, but we will. I will get that post up in the next couple of days, like I said, and we'll share it with you. Yep. So you continue to be the godfather of the toys community, and we thank you and Mrs. Chubsy and the whole Chubsy family for everything you do. And if you guys haven't checked out chubsywubsy.com, if you're not in the area, go to chubsywubsy.com. Fastest shipping in the game, hands down. And if you are in the area, go visit the store in Pompton Lakes. Is that where we are now?
Oh, Little Falls.
Little Falls. Sorry, I was about to screw up eventually. So, Little Falls, New Jersey. It's an awesome new store. There's too many toys there. There's just too many toys. So,
good luck to everybody. That's a great bus, and I'll be going through this whole year with a couple of the other guys. That's more special gift to show the love to everybody.
Share the love. You're always good at that. We appreciate you tremendously. But I do know you said you had to go. You're more than welcome to stay as long as you want. But appreciate you, and thank you again. And like I said, we'll share that post up in the next couple of days, and we'll do the giveaway.
Yes.
Sorry.
And to everybody that's watching, love you guys too. Thank you for everything, and good luck to the winner.
That's it. Thank you so much, Chubbs.
Love always.
Have a great night.
You too.
Bye. All right. Let's check in with the chat real quick. We got a bunch of people who are signing in. We got Josh Brown, who is here, saying, I shared Needles today. I hope that you meant you shared Needles post. Tom says, currently opening the Mezco animated Turtles. Captain McKay Random says, evening, Sentinels. Steve Morrow says, in Stimpy voice, oh, joy. Dustin Richolt, close enough. Needles and No Chewing saying, hey, what's up, y'all? Be sure, also, as always, be sure to go check out No Chewing, Toy Father, and Yimbo Reviews Everything on the TPC Top 10. They have a very special guest tonight whose name completely escapes me, but I'm sure my co-host has his name handy.
I don't have it handy.
Okay.
He's the one who did for the Hasbro boxes.
Yes, he's doing the box. I want to say his name is Harry.
Yeah, it starts with an H.
It starts with an H. Yeah. Okay. Go check them out. Catch them on a replay because you're here now watching us live. RG's in the house saying hello. Messy Photography saying what's up, everybody. No Chewing says if Machu dressed up as a fictional character, who do you think he'd pick? Are we honoring? What? Sorry.
It's Harry Moore.
Harry Moore. There it is.
Yeah.
Harry Moore. Machu, if you dressed up like a fictional character, who would you pick?
As a fiction, I dressed up as Wolverine a couple of weeks ago.
That's true. You did. So there you go. Paul Morales says, hello, everybody. Sick Toy says, yo. Maximus the Cannabis says, what's up, everybody? We got Toy Rensu in the house saying,
sup, nerds?
And he's also bringing that crackhead energy. Toy Addict is here saying, what's up, fellas? Happy hump day. We got John saying, yo. Dom saying, I'm not used to the show starting without J-Shot screaming in the middle of a sentence. But I screamed. What else we got? Josh Brown. Disavowed is here. What goes on all? Needles says gross. He's not a fan. I think that is in reference to the new Mezco Turtles. I don't think he's a fan. He's just giving me a thumbs up backstage. Jurassic Jesse says, what's up, Sentinels? I wish I could stick around and hang out. Have an awesome show. Hashtag replay crew. We appreciate you, Jurassic Jesse. Berserk is here saying first. Migos disavowed. Toy Rensu. Duart says, I want in. Okay? Duart, you're in. Boom. There he goes.
Bam! What up?
Ask and you shall receive.
Good thing I was ready for that one.
Yeah,
dog.
I was going to say, Diggs Figs is
you really
here.
tested my quick on the feet thing.
Headrock is here. We got Man Beast Boys.
Man Beast Boy.
Woo! Man, everybody's here. Everybody rolling out for Needles and Duart and Chubsy and Sheesh. Cal the Collector is here. 796 Studios says, sup, friends? And we got toying around saying, hello there. Has anybody watched Acolyte? I haven't watched Acolyte yet. You guys watch it?
I watched it.
And
It's good. It's good.
Yeah?
I like it. Yeah.
Right.
I'm not
KJ's
completely hooked yet, but like I like it.
I've heard it has potential, is what I'm hearing. So KJ Smith saying, sup, peeps. It's the Rocketeer saying, I hear Gary doesn't oil his beard. Oh, well, that'll be question number 1. I'm going to star that. Save that from Gary. No Chewing says, Harry Moore, the Marvel Legends packaging art. Jukebox Hero is here. He says he prefers mine, Harry, less. Yep, we'll go with that. And Beast Boy hitting at the... Here we go. And Steve Barber says, I'm here for the sheesh. You, sir, you're back. And you are here to promote stage number 2. That was
technically 3, if you want to be technical.
3? Oh, I guess so. Well, yeah, I guess so. It was featured in the Machu Toy animation that just blew everybody out of the water. Tell us a little bit about it, sir.
What, his stop motion that blew everybody out of the water? I mean,
no, we talked about that last week.
Yeah, it's kind of self-explanatory. You know, it doesn't really need an explanation. Just press play. You know,
I just let the toys just play around in front of the camera. That's it.
I felt like Ken was obviously the next step, right? Because you got the Ryu fans, the Ken fans. Yesterday I was on Toy Migos and we were discussing if it was Ryu or Ryu, right? So my argument is, you know, the capital of Brazil is Rio de Janeiro and it's R-I-O. So you can't pronounce R-Y-U as Ryu. So it has to be Ryu. That's just the argument I'm going to go with. All right. And that's it. I mean, my world. It's my ship of right floating in your sea of wrong. All right. That's just the way it's going to be.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I just go by the 1994 animated movie.
Okay.
They call him Ryu.
Oh, with Jean-Claude Van Damme, that one?
Not that movie. No. I said the animated.
Oh, the anime. I'm sorry, I didn't hear the animated part. I was gonna say, so you're going off the movie where they used the non-American guy as the American soldier.
They called him Ryu there in that movie.
Yeah. They did. That's what I'm saying. It's American. I didn't butcher this language. I just learned it. I learned it. All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ken is the next one.
They say the American language is just 3 other languages stacked up on top of each other in a trench coat, pretending to be a language. So
and you know what? Language. And Yimbo says that like, you know, people say Jada and some people say Jada. I only think it's Toy Father who says Jada.
Oh, Yimbo
and Toy Sunday. Father. Yeah. But it's I believe it's Jada.
Yeah, facts.
Jada toys.
Jada.
The Van Damme movie calls him both. And Raul Julia is the only one who says it correctly. There you go.
Okay.
Imagine it's actually pronounced Dave.
What is it? What if it's Dav?
It's Dav.
Dave.
Dav.
The D is silent.
All right. So you got. We'll call it number 3. We'll call it stage 3.
Yep.
And that is up for pre-order right now.
That is up for pre-order right now on the website. It will be up for the entire month because one of the complaints I got last time was having that 1 week opening was kind of short because that might not have fallen on some people's pay periods and things of that nature. So this time I figured, you know what, I'll give you 2 rounds at it, 1, 2 weeks, 3rd, 4th week. First 2 week incentive being, when you order it, you're going to get all the accessories and you're going to get that oil can for free, their oil drum. Nice. You order it within the first 2 weeks, you're going to get the second one automatically for free. And for those that are wanting to do the deluxe version, you're going to get everything you see there minus those 2 figures. You're going to get another oil drum open. You're going to get round 1, first hit, second hit damage, and then 3rd hit where they split in half. So you basically get all that. So it's essentially the $350 shipped for the base, which would be just with the 1 drum, or the second if you do it within the first 2 weeks. And if you get the deluxe, you pretty much get everything that's here. Same concept with the signed, sealed certificate of authenticity, stamped on the back, nice little felt on the bottom, completely finished, shipped to you, the whole 9.
Nice. And are you going to do like you did last time where you had the like unpainted pieces as well?
Yes, that's already up, and I've had quite a few orders of the unpainted stuff, so that's really cool. More people are getting the urge to want to do it, so I should have my Ken video up within the next week or 2, showing off the whole process like I did with Ryu. And that might help people want to paint it as well and kind of show them the step by step. But I am offering that bottom version as well, the entry level or the DIY, I should say.
All right, so here you go. This is what you're looking at here, and you get the deluxe with the oil drums as mentioned, and these are what the oil drums look like.
Yep.
And I love that you do that, right? It's the clean, it's the first hit, the second hit, and then the broken. It's so smart.
I will say that
go
the
for it.
first hit of the oil drum, if you want to use it in regular toy photography, figures fit in there really nice and snug. Like if they landed in it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So you molded that perfectly.
Oh, you tested that. I didn't even test that. That's...
in the stop motion, Ryu gets uppercutted and lands on one of those oil barrels.
Right.
I used the hit one. That way it held him in place.
I could totally see that with the indent.
Mm-hmm.
That was a by mistake good thing, I guess.
Toy Amigos just showering us with the wealth tonight. Says I can confirm it's pronounced J-Duh. So there you go.
J-Duh.
Thank you. Toy Amigos.
I agree too. I concur.
There you go. All right. So again, so the detail work on this is just absolutely insane. Similar to how you did the last one, but you got people in this one now that you got painted, which just
and removable.
That alone, they're removable. I see that. Yep. Look at that. So, and I believe you were talking about it on Yimbo stream too. That you made the like what do you want to call those for the
pylons?
The pylons for when you tie up a boat, tie on the ship type of boat. You've made them movable so that if you wanted to move them within a photography shot,
right,
you're not stuck to them being in the way. Which it was great that you were thinking that through. So you can have it as clean as you need it to be, and go from there. But
also too, that floor screams very like dojo-y to me, right? So it would be kind of weird if you're trying to sell it as a dojo floor with 4 marine pylons sitting on it.
Very true, very very true. So, but awesome, man. This is great. And again, you said it's $50 deposit right now.
Yep.
Up for pre-order. It'll be up on pre-order for the whole month. You said.
Yep. Until the end of the month. Till the 30th.
Till the end of the month.
Midnight.
So there you go. So jump on it. You got plenty of time. But I don't know what's holding you back, especially if you are a Ken fan. So.
I am actually going to put up a what's the word I'm looking for? A poll on my Instagram tomorrow to see if people are interested in me doing the other color variation to this exact dial and offering that, which is more of like a yellow sky. It's not really a sunset or a sunrise. I guess it could be whichever one you want. But if they want that option, enough people want it, I'll add that option. And for those of you that did pre-order it and prefer that option, you just email me and I'll change it. It's that simple. So no headaches.
Very cool.
Yep.
All right.
And that's pretty much it.
It's awesome, man. It's pretty. You are just flying here with everything that you're doing, and just it's nonstop. And the energy never ceases to amaze me. So
I surprised myself. Trust me.
So,
thanks for lending me the dial, by the way.
Yeah, dude. Listen, man, I'll keep lending them to you. You're gonna keep doing stuff like that. That stop motion was killer. I'm like, yo, I need another 30 seconds of that. I think everybody shower Machu's inbox. Like every time I drop a new stage, he has to do like a 30-second stop motion. Has to.
As long as I have the figures for them,
Oh, we'll make sure. We'll make sure we contact Jada, whoever. I heard Cheney was the guy. He's supposed to be hooking me up.
He is
guys
the guy.
Yesterday were like, Cheney, set it up. So you might
set it up, Cheney.
Set it up, Cheney. The middle.
Keep lending him those dials. There you go.
Yo, for real, Captain. I'm telling you.
Jukebox says he got his Ryu diode today.
Nice.
It is beautiful. So there you go.
I think that was the last person I was waiting on. I kept following the tracking numbers every day. I'm like, there's that one straggler, man. It's behind the truck somewhere,
Nice. So, all right. You are obviously, man, you're more than welcome to hang around, but our guest here has been
bring him on, bro.
Patiently back there. So, and without further ado, and appreciate your patience, but Gary is finally here. He's going crazy.
What's up? Going crazy.
Everybody
seizure. He wants to talk about the turtles real bad. That's why.
But dude, what's wrong? You don't like the cracked out turtles?
No, they're awful. I genuinely didn't buy them. On the topic of Street Fighter coming soon from Bolaires.
I was just about to say that, but I didn't want to say it out loud. Really?
Yeah.
Blanca first, right?
I don't know.
Come on.
We're working on it's not official yet. They're really hyped on it, so we haven't even drawn it. But I want to do we have something called a sneakerhead. Are you familiar with Mad Balls from the past? We do sneakerheads, which are just foam balls, but we're gonna do I want to do a Blanca in like the ball form.
Yeah.
Dope. And they're like, that's awesome. I'm like, all right, cool, then we're doing it.
Let's just jump right into it then, since we're going to start with Belair's there. I mean, Gary. Gary, I know you, and we started our friendship, I guess you could say it, from being turtle heads and talking about that stuff. But you've recently just started working with Tom from Belair's, and have come in now as employee number 2 officially, or
yeah, that's officially player 2.
Player 2. There you go.
The business, yeah. Started in July. Crazy that I'm almost on a year. It feels like it's been a month, but yeah, it's getting there.
These are the sneakerheads you're talking about.
Yeah,
right?
those are some of the ones we just got Kill 'Em Off in. We've got the Bozo the Clown shipping to us. We've also got Ultraman in as well. They're not up on the website yet though. We got a whole Ultraman drop next month.
There you go. Nice. You got the Bull itself. You got some Mickey Mouse stuff. Yeah. These are cool.
There's a lot.
These are there. And I'm sure there's more to come. Always more to come too. So you've been there a year, and I feel like since you've been there, there's been more stuff coming out, and my wallet has been feeling it. But what has been your favorite drop since you started?
That's a tough one. I'd probably say my favorite drop would be the one that I had the most hand in thus far, which is weird, was the Frankenstein's monster drop we did back in January. At this point, January is when we changed our whole business model. Everything had changed with what we were doing, and that was like our first drop that I had a huge hand in, with like concepting it, pitching the idea, going in the public domain, and finding what we can do without having to worry about licensing. And we dubbed it Public Domain Month because of Steamboat Willie going in, and we just followed it up with Frankenstein, and it just worked out. Up until that point, we were struggling very hard business wise. So that's like my favorite drop so far, because it really helped us move forward with our business. And as you can see, we're doing like drops every week.
Yeah, yeah. You got a bunch of stuff coming out. I mean, I know that there's a couple of them that we can't talk about because they're coming soon, type of things. But Machu just got a really awesome pair yesterday.
I was gonna say, didn't you put up a post with a new drop?
Yeah, so we've got 2 drops coming this Friday. I have 2 of the shoes out of the 3 here with me. We're gonna show everything. All of June is like being debuted right now. In my house. The only reason I'm missing 1 pair of shoes is because Tom decided to make them over the weekend while he's been in California, Monster Palooza, and he hits me with hey, here's another shoe, like for Friday, when it was only supposed to be a clothing drop. So the shoe's not even made. He just designed the damn thing.
That's crazy. And that was one of the coolest things that, like, when I kind of dove into the company when it first started, he made them. Like, he actually like sewed the shoes together,
handmade.
Like now, handmade. Now they're put together in a factory, but I mean, still, like, you guys go over the samples, very similar to how we've had Mike High School Creations talk about Wall XD or Wade talk about Odious. Just the involvement that you guys have in talking to the distributor, picking the colors and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes it's a bit of a nightmare for you.
Yeah. It's, I mean, funny enough, I have been pretty good with my gray hairs at my age. I've got like noticeably gray hairs now in my beard and in the top of my head. Like, I'm not like, this job has been so stressful. There's like little things on everything you do just to be perfect, and like still think, things go wrong, but it just getting something you've drawn to the finish line is so much more work than people realize. It is. And we're doing this like 5 times a month now. 5 drops for like 7 items a piece. It feels like on average, and it's a lot to do.
And I think this is the drop that Machi was hinting at, right? This is you got
this weekend. Tom designed those this weekend.
This is crazy. I want to be careful what we're calling them. These are the Neo Tokyo collection.
Neo Tokyo collection.
Yeah, Neo Tokyo collection, and it'll be part of a clothing collection as well that's going to drop on Friday.
Yes. While I was backstage, Tom's like, "Hey, can you put this up real quick?" The last item was a leather jacket, which was the first item we announced. He never sent it to me, so he just finally finished the render tonight. So he's doing it right now. I think he just landed. He was in California all weekend. It's the first thing. Like he's like, "Did you do this?" I'm like, "No, man. I'm in a podcast." So that's a surprise shoe that just kind of came to concept over the weekend.
That's awesome. And how I want to do this like the right way. So these are inspired by. How do we say this?
They're inspired by Akira. They're not licensed. Okay. There's no imagery that we have taken. That's all original art, all themed or parody. We're very careful with that nowadays, just to make sure that we stay within a legal parameter of everything. So they're very inspired by the sides are, we just call them patches or check marks at this point. But we follow all the laws when it comes to right the first sale doctrine. When we do drops like this that are inspired by that design.
Right.
So it doesn't come with a motorcycle?
It does not. There's the concept of the jacket. Surprisingly, like that's just no, that's a different one. I'm sorry. That is another jacket. That's a bomber jacket. Oh. There's a leather one that Tom just sent me over tonight.
Got it. I love this saying too, good for feet, bad for wallet, because that is 100% accurate with you guys.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think I'm currently on 4 pairs, and I have about 3 that are on their way from you. So I think this was the teaser that you had up too, right, for what's coming in.
Yeah, huge shout out to a guy named Monk Made. There's the jacket.
Nice.
But Monk Made did this for us. He does all of our videos.
That's awesome.
He's a genius.
That's even the price point's good.
Yeah. So these are leather jackets. If you check out our Instagram, that's not on the grid, it's in the reels. Every Wednesday I go live with the community, and you'll see my stupid face pop up right there.
There you go.
And I will go over. I'll show stuff off. I'll announce things. There's a live chat, and I answer everybody's questions. I get ideas from people that they want to see. Every single Wednesday between like 2 and 3 p.m. Eastern time, I go live. And like today, we showed off the Vault Dweller jacket, which was inspired by Fallout. And then we showed off our Swamp Ogre leather jacket, which was crocodile leather and ostrich leather and burlap on the shoulders, which is the most ridiculous concoction of shit I've ever seen. And our new distributor, where we have a new factory that we're working with, and they specialize in leather, and they're absolutely insane with how good they are. I mean, like, I'm not trying to talk us up. Like when they sent us our Marty McFly inspired black and red sample compared to what our current factory does, they sent us a sample. It was like night and day. And I was like, I need this. And it is perfect. So anybody that ordered those, they're going to freak out on how good it is.
Awesome.
Real leather. It's vegan leather. It is vegan leather too.
Okay. Yeah. And then you had your May 4th drop, which these were nuts too. I mean, even like
that was the surprise. Yeah, the
Red 5. Yeah,
the Revenge of the 5th, I believe. There's Tom Bowman.
Yeah, there's Tom.
Revenge of the 5th was my idea. I told Tom, I was like, should we just do like a sneaky surprise drop on the 5th without anybody knowing on a shoe we did in the past? So that was another one of my ideas. Like, let's drop another shoe as a super, super limit that we did a year prior. And then we did the 2 years prior with the lows. You
got the jacket here too, and then this jacket, which this is so good too.
Yeah, that one is a sample, or sorry, that one's a render. The white one we have we have 2 in the office, 2 different samples in the office that I've worn on stream. They're really, really cool.
Nice. And then this is the one you were talking about, right, with the crocodile leather? Right?
Yeah, it looks exactly like those are the shoes, which those are real. Those are actually taken in a swamp. We sent them to somebody, and he rented a donkey. If you haven't seen the video, like there's actual donkey is in that video.
Wow.
But the jacket, but the jacket looks exactly like the render. Yeah,
he rented donkey. Okay.
I don't know.
The donkey.
Rent a donkey. I want to scroll back because I think you got the shoes that were launched. They were pre-ordered, I think, earlier this year. Here, yep. And then Machu actually has them in hand now, which is awesome. So I want to just kind of show this is from January. So this is right in time for San Diego. Hopefully Machu's ready. There we go. Perfect.
Yep.
I think we did 20. I think we did 25 pairs of those each. So super limited. Special boxes for it and everything. Yeah. That's our new box style that we're doing. We're not going to do it on every drop, but it's inspired by just like toy boxes. It's got a little hook on the top of it, like a toy box. You can hang them on the wall.
Oh, nice.
It works. They work great.
That's sweet.
Nice.
Yeah, there's a hook on there. Say.
That looks really cool. And then there's the shoe. Oh.
Yeah, these ones came out great. Fun fact, the very first shoe that Tom ever made was a Wolverine inspired shoe.
Really?
The very first
custom?
It was a very limited run. He only did a couple of them. We have one in the office and we have a version 2 and this is technically version 3.
Nice. Steve Morrow says 25 is an odd number. Is there a left or a right shoe?
25 pair. Well, funny enough, we did a split pair where you get one and the other.
Oh, that's right.
The left
that's
and
right.
right. They showed up today. They're in the stories. We opened them up.
I should have done that one.
Yeah.
Are you actually gonna wear them, Maju?
I'm gonna wear them at San Diego.
Oh, okay. Just making sure, bro.
Yeah, those came out immaculate. The black lines are actually embroidered on there. They're not like a print or anything. The X on the bottom is PVC. Like they crushed it. Like they did the factory did such a great job on those shoes. When we got them, like we were blown away. We're like, these are exactly what we envisioned.
The colors are really popping too.
Yeah. Thank Tom Bullman for that. Tom is on every single night with our factory in China from like 8 p.m. to 11, and he's going over Pantones and they're sending photos of different leathers and that color with the dye. Like he is so meticulous that I literally can't stand him most of the time when it comes to colors.
Man Beast Boy says these are ultimate conwear, and he's 100% right. I mean, I will always wear mine. At every little toy show I got, any chance I can. I'm always stopped with the ones that I'm rocking. So it's a great conversation starter, at the very least. But these shoes they're just awesome, man. They're just like perfect for fandom and just a nice little add-on. Steve does want to know if you put any secret gum on the bottom of any shoes.
I mean, if there's like an actual shoe term that you're asking me, there's definitely no. If you're joking about getting gum on the bottom of your shoes, I don't recommend it. One thing that's been coming up a lot lately about these is like they're so pretty, you don't even want to wear them. Wear them if you want to buy them to wear. Like these aren't.
Then buy 2.
They're not fragile. Yeah, buy 2. They're not fragile.
To rock with the stock.
Wear these. I told a story today how I do yard work in a pair of mine. I mean, it's a little different because I work for the company, so it's like but like I do yard work. I stress test the hell out of them. Tom got mad at me for telling people last year I built a deck and a shed in a pair of our shoes. I painted my house in a pair of slides that we made. I can't tell you.
Okay, all right.
It's a pair that someone wanted to do with us and then screwed us over on. So we had a lot of extra pairs of shoes we couldn't sell. So I have them to wear. They're beaters, but I just I painted them for fun because I didn't like how bright they were. And I painted them like dark colors, and then I was out doing yard work with I was power washing my sidewalk, and I was like, I wonder if this will get the paint off, and I just power washed the hell out of my shoes and took all the paint off, but ruined the leather in the process. But they're strong. Like they
held together. All right. So the fact that you painted them, actually, I think it's a good transition because I did want to ask you this, right? Like you've done customizing, right? You've done you do like that kind of stuff, and there's a running joke. You're up to how many last running figures you have now?
24. I have 24 specific last Ronins. That's between regular Mikey and sexy Mikey. That doesn't include any of the other figures they've released. I think I have 6 Raphaels right now.
Really? Is it just like you're just gonna get them all?
I just love the line, and like it's one of those other weird things. Like I'm friends with Trevor. I'm friends with Ben Bishop. I really appreciate the art. There's a story behind. I actually have a reading disability. I have a comprehension disorder. So when I was able to get The Last Ronin. I forced myself to read it. So it's the first comic book I ever read. So it like means a lot to me. And I just love everything Last Ronin. Like it just genuinely is my favorite thing. I have Last Ronin like art all over this room and my work office as well.
There you go. But like, so you've done custom, obviously you've done custom figures and you've done custom backgrounds, right? I guess dials, right? Because I've seen the work that you've done on the Necker Street scene. What, like, how did that translate into the shoe art? Like, obviously, like, had you done custom shoes before? Like, how did it, or was it just like once you got them, you knew you could play around with them kind of thing?
Yeah. So it's just a skill set that you kind of learn. You bring over your dry brushing, your wet brush, just knowing what brushes you want to use. Tom is the weirdest one. That dude doesn't take care of his brushes. He'll just paint and then throw it down. It'll just be cluttered and stuff. And then he just tries to use it. It's like, it's so funny. But I'm very meticulous. Like I'm like on my desk right now and just a quick handful of unused brushes. Cause I like to constantly use new brushes. But it worked out because Tom was the one doing it all. And when he hired me, I didn't get hired on to do this stuff. I got hired on as an account manager. I manage the books. I talk with the clients. I make sure the money's where it needs to be. I do all that kind of stuff. But I got an art background. So like I spent today painting up Tin Mans and they're sick. They're so good. So thankfully we didn't sell a lot of those. So I only had to paint up a small amount of them. But
are you an Angelus user?
What was that?
Are you an Angelus user, or do you have a different paint of choice for shoes?
So I think that's what it is. It's like a leather paint, and I don't know. We have a lot of it.
You know what it looks like if you see it, right?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay.
Because we've got a shit ton of it.
I just heard about that too, because Mario told me about it.
Yeah, I mean, personally, here for like what I do, I'm a Vallejo and Citadel for all of my stuff.
This one?
For work, we use. No, we don't use that at the office. We use something else, and it comes in a bigger can, and it's more stylized. It almost looks like it's meant for tattooing, but it's not. It's a leather paint.
Mm-hmm.
They sent us so much of it, so I think they pretty much like sponsor us, and I don't even know what the name is.
It's okay.
It happens.
Yeah, it happens. All right. I mean, like, again, the shoe work is just incredible. And I mean, I could definitely see like an elevation once you started there, right? Just in the design stuff. And it's been pretty cool to see that. My wife and my wallet don't think so, but hey, you know, it's only money. So
show off your turtle ones.
I can't. We're gonna move forwards from that.
Oh.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I'll show them off
turtles.
Later. You guys, yeah, turtles. Yeah. Show off my turtle ones. You mean these?
Yeah,
yeah,
that one. Go. Yeah, so there you go. Yeah, look, there's some custom turtles.
Did you guys hear Mezco's dropping Bebop and Rocksteady?
Yeah.
Did you know Mezco's dropping a black and white set at San Diego Comic-Con?
Don't tell me that.
Don't tell me that.
Well, there you go. There's your information.
I don't need the black.
That's another reason. That's another reason
true,
to buy that.
Is
that's
that
why I buy that
factual?
shitty cartoon one. I was not spending another $400.
Is that factual though? Because if it is, I'm gonna go paint up a black and white van.
I've been told by reliable sources it's all but confirmed.
Okay. I'll take it.
I don't know if it's black and white with red headbands or if it's all black and white, but supposedly it's a limited item that will be at San Diego Comic-Con.
I think you just made my decision for me.
Yeah, so it's going to be an expensive month.
Yeah, when is it not an expensive month? I feel like TMNT was like, hey, it's the 40th anniversary. They took that to heart. So
I'm still recovering from Haulathon. Yeah,
for sure. So let's talk about TMNT because I mean, again, like that's how we kind of got started in the same group chats and stuff. What do you remember? What your first TMNT toy was, or what your first pickup was?
I mean, as a kid, honestly, I don't know what the first one was. It was definitely the original sets of like the original ones, like not soft heads though, hard heads, because I was an 87 kid. Okay. So I was a little bit late on that. But like in memory, the one that I played with most is still my favorite, Space Cadet Raph.
Oh, okay.
That's a classic.
Did you get the Super 7 one when they redid that?
Got them all. I got almost all of them. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm missing a very small handful of them, but like Genghis Frog and like the Robot Bebop and stuff. But I have everything else.
Did you pre-order those new Mondo turtles?
No.
I did.
I
knew you did.
I don't know where it is. They're there over there. I got the original Mondo turtles hiding back there. So I'm not really a fan of the Safubi stuff. They look cool. I want the Mondo and the Mondo and the Ray Fillet. I want those two. Those
Who's your favorite turtle?
Raph.
Yeah.
Why?
Because he matches my personality the most. Honestly, that's just it. Does you probably can't tell, but like I control it well. I'm pretty much a hothead.
That's super interesting.
I've had him. I don't know if it's going to show up. I've had him on my arm since 2008. This is like a really old tattoo, but I got him tattooed a very long time ago. I found this random art on like Google Images. I'm like, that's so cool.
Let's see this.
There you go. There he is. He's
there you go.
he's been around a little bit, and then I think right after that I got this one, which came out way better. But Earthworm, all of my loves are on my arm. I've got Blinky from Bucky O'Hare.
Blinky from Bucky O'Hare.
This is how I met Tom. I won a contest on Instagram for a tattoo for free, and that's how I met Tom. Was
really
I won a free tattoo? Yep. So that was the first tattoo I got from Tom.
Nice.
And then I think I like Link or something. I never see it. Legend of Zelda. And then I got legs and my back, and I try to get all of the stuff I love on my body from like cartoons and childhood and stuff.
So you don't forget.
Yeah. You never forget. So you don't forget. So.
In case he loses power, he's always got TV on the
arms. How did you get started into toy photography?
During COVID, I was like, so I had just gotten into the NECA stuff right before COVID hit, and I was really bored. I worked for Microsoft at the time, and they gave us like, oh, hey, here's a thing. You don't have to work for the next 6 months, or we're just going to pay you from home. And I was like, I kind of got bored. I got into 3D printing, and I started doing toy photography. And then I started buying extra toys to take shots of, and I got yelled at by April for spending so much money. So I was like, I'm going to get good enough to where they start sending me this shit for free. And that was the motivation.
That's what we all said.
Yeah,
pretty much.
There you go. It's doable, people. Look at that. It's doable.
And, although I do get stuff early sometimes, it's not enough to compensate for the actual over $1,000 I had to spend on a holothon this year.
Yeah, or the other 97 Mikeys. Yeah. So that was the other thing I did want to ask you, right? Like you are, or I would say you and the TMNT Collector, like you guys are staples in the turtle nerd community. Like
we're the TMNT dads.
Yeah, I love that. I don't even know that's a way to put it. And just so people know, April is your significant other. I don't know how you want to not, that was
my
like
fiance of 9 years, like literally of 9 years. Yeah, I wear a ring now because I'm just sick of just saying it.
the ultimate.
That's her actual name, or did you make her change her name?
Oh, it's the second April I've ever dated, and like honestly, never.
You have a type. You have a type.
I never put them together. Like it was someone randomly said it like 5 years into our relationship, and I'm like, I never thought of that. Like that's weird.
I'd have 2 nickels, but it's weird that it happened twice. It's like, how did that happen? Like, I mean, you are like, I've watched you, work deals with Paige Tuco and NECA. Like I've seen like just that kind of magic happen. Like everybody in that community knows who you are.
Yeah.
And I've heard you drop like Kevin and Peter's name, like it's nothing, and I was just like, "What?
So do you want the true story that I don't tell anybody? To be honest,
I mean, yeah. Just remember your life. So
this
it
is probably
murder.
why I've had a little bit of lack of motivation lately, on top of work. So I'm a shy person. I only really come out during these types of things. If you've met me. Like I was pretty busy at doing that shit, but I don't like to talk to people. I'm very, I don't know. Just
you have
shy.
your people, yeah.
And during the pandemic, I was in this really cool group called the TMNT NECA Figures on Facebook. A gentleman, Mr. Maldonado, runs that group. And I was in that, and I was in another group called like League of Extraordinary Collectors, which is like a bunch of 40-year-old dudes that like peaked in high school, and they're like the biggest Limp Bizkit fans ever, it seems. Like they go on live streams and like take rips off bongs, like they're the coolest people listening to Chevelle. And I was like, it was just weird thing, and I was like, I don't like the way this community looks.
So specific.
So I like, and I'm talking shit, but like this honestly how I feel. So like I joined this other group, and the whole point was like I wanted to get my name out there to sell customs. So I joined this group called the NECA Turtle Lair. That was, and I was already running a Pokemon Go group of all things, and it was up to we got to 5,000 people with my buddy Brendan, and who now works at Bull Airs, by the way. He lives on my 3rd floor, and he's our shipper now. But yeah, so like I pretty much just told this guy his name is Matthew, but he went by Lee. And I was like, I run this group. I want to help out and all that. So he's like, yeah, cool. And long story short, I learned he was a piece of shit, and I backed down. I was like, I don't want to be associated with you. Like Nazi right wing kind of guy. Like I was like, I don't want to associate. So I stepped back. And a lot of people in the community that were done wrong by him because he was an asshole, asked me to, you should make your own group. So I made this group called the Party Wagon, TMNT Party Wagon. And I made admins of the people that I thought were good people that I had spoken to, like, I tried to do different personalities and shit. And the whole push was, I want to do something that he didn't. And like, I wanted to make it about the toys where he was making it about the profit. Because all he does is he did raffles because he didn't have a job. So like he was a convict. Like we had warrants and stuff. So like he was doing it to make money. I was doing it because I loved it. And my grandmother, who had passed away in 2019, told me, you're going to grow out of turtles one day. And it stuck with me. So like it means a lot to me. And like that was something I held really close. So turtles mean a lot. So you fast forward, the group is at 15,000 now. We have one of the highest engagements in the entire community. People are usually pretty good in there. And it helped me when I was loosely promoting Tom's stuff early on when he was doing it during COVID. And that's kind of how Tom roped me into Bull Airs. So Tom, who is the opposite of me personality wise, met all these cool people like Steve Levine. And then I got to meet Steve Levine. So because of Steve, now I'm friends with Jim Lawson. Now I'm friends with Kevin Eastman. Now I'm acquaintances. I say acquaintances loosely because he's an older gentleman. Pete, I'm acquaintances with Pete. And I just made him his first pair of shoes I ever made by myself. So he has his own exclusive Triceraton shoes, one of one. Not sold. They were gifted to him. So those are super cool. And like, I met Dave because of this. Dave, the TMNT collector on Instagram. Him and I have conflicting personalities, but we both like have the same love for turtles. And I'm going to hang out with him this weekend in Niagara Falls. I've stayed at his house. I got invited to his wedding. Like we're friends for life now. And I know it's a crazy long story, but it's just one of those things where like shit just kept happening. And I was like, what the fuck is my life now?
It's pretty crazy. It just kept like falling into the right place for you, and you taking the right opportunity, but like also like you're a good dude, right? So people wanted you to take over certain things and be in that position. So that's pretty awesome.
I try, man. Like I try to be as nice as possible. Like I say try loosely. I'm just genuinely nice. I mean, I'm an asshole, but like I try to treat everybody better than they should be because I want them to feel special, and like that's a positive thing. And that's just kind of how it is. Unless you're Tom. I give Tom a lot of shit. I treat him like shit because he drives me nuts. I hope he's watching.
Respectable asshole. Yeah, you got it. Berserk wants to know who else spent close to 500 on Mexico Turtles. Only 500 at this point. We're in for 2 pairs already. So
I bought the first set.
So
this first set is a must, I think.
Yeah. Bearded says, I love that. I'm an asshole.
Dude,
what's up, Bearded?
We're all assholes behind the scenes. Everybody, like you talk shit in your car to people that are driving in front of you. Like everybody's kind of nice.
Talk shit. Lies.
Oh,
it's
man.
Funny. I know you didn't bring it up, but for people that are watching that came here to just specifically see stuff, don't worry. I brought shoes to show everybody for June's releases.
Let's do it. You want to jump into that, or you want to talk about your toy photography?
I mean, it's up to you, Matt. You're the host. I'm just here to hang out and have fun.
I'm here to go with the flow.
Listen, guys, show off his stuff. I'm gonna go be a daddy, and I'm gonna keep listening. Right. But it's his show. Show them real big to help my decision on which ones I'm gonna buy.
Don't forget to pre-order the Ken stage from Duarte Studios.
Yep. Go do that. Oh, and before he goes, I think Machu, I think you posted that, and I was telling him before we went live, I thought that was real. I didn't know that was made. Like I thought that was a real product. Cause I was scrolling, I saw them like, yo, it's fucking sick. As a dial builder myself, dude, hell, that's insane.
Thank you, bro.
J-Shot was following me the whole time.
Whole weekend.
He kept sending me little teasers. I'm like, I want more.
It wasn't even a weekend. It was one day.
One day. Yeah.
Yeah, literally hours.
So
nuts. All right, guys. Nice meeting you, Gary. And
likewise,
guys,
man.
Love, peace, and chicken grease.
There you go.
There you go. Later.
How you transition from?
I can't believe I can't believe he made that.
All right, let's talk. Oh yeah, he is one talented mofo for sure. All right, so let's talk photography, because you said that you started during COVID, and your goal was to just get good to the point where people, I mean, look at that, where people started sending you stuff. I mean, so have you had any photography experience before, or was this all just completely self-taught?
So as funny as it is, I did photography in junior high. I took it as a course, and I won an award for going to ground zero after the World Trade Centers fell. And I took photos of like a month after they had fallen. There was a lot of rubble, and I won awards for my photos. So it kind of got me turned on to toy photography. Outside of that, I always just liked taking photos with my phone. I always buy my phone specifically based on how good the camera is. It was just the toy photography. It really turned into unleashing what you did as a kid when you play with your toys and you pretend and like you're in those fun little scenes. Although it's very frustrating when stuff falls over, it kind of brings me back to a more innocent time. Like I'm playing with my toys. Like I'm a fucking 37-year-old man in my room playing with my toys on my knees. So there's just something special about it. And I've always wanted to take photos. And thankfully, April, she is a photographer, and she has a really nice, it's right on my desk right here. A Sony 6400. Right.
Oh,
here.
Nice. Yeah.
So like you're looking
that's the same camera that Brian Duarte uses.
There you go.
Oh, hell yeah. David Soto, by the way, sewer bash guys. I love David. David is a homie. I gotta tell you a great story about David here when we're done talking about it. But like that photo I took with my phone. I've been trying to teach myself to figure out how the hell to use one of these these cameras, and that was the explosion photo you saw. With that that was edited. My goal is only use Lightroom to give you like the contrast and that like that. I do not like the idea of throwing something in the Photoshop and putting fake stuff on it. It's not nice. I don't like it. But that photo
more tangible then.
Yeah. The explosion is real in the back, but the smoke is fake. The dirt is fake. You can actually see there is light on the backside of him. That was all. I put that in Photoshop. And because I was scared to ruin him, he's actually wet. I sprayed him down because my buddy Jared, Sir Dork, if you're not familiar with him, he takes amazing shots. His tutorial video says, make sure your stuff is wet so you don't burn your figure. And that diorama caught on fire. But you see, there's 146 likes on that photo. I was talking to my buddy David, and he was like, he's a great shot, awesome. I'm like, yeah, but people never liked, like, I put so much time into that shot, so much time and effort, and I don't get the likes that I would expect. I said, I could just take a picture of a turtle waving and it'll get more likes. And, he laughed about it. So right next to it is a turtle waving at the top. More likes.
It's more likes.
It is. That's how it is.
Yeah, it's just like hand picks, right? I mean, it just goes. Yeah. I did want to talk about this one though, because you put the behind the scenes on it. I didn't even realize it. You have Mikey inside the cocoon. I didn't realize you split him in half, right? Or you maybe had a reel or something on there, but you behind the scenes.
I did a little reel on it. No, I actually think it was a story.
The story.
What I did was I put them in hot water and I ripped them in half. And then I found these little lights at where was it? Spirit of Halloween last year, and they light up. So I took sticky tack and I stuck it to the inside of them, turned it on so it shot down, and it illuminated the egg.
The pod, yeah, that's awesome.
It was awesome. It was. I was really happy that worked out.
Seeing this
worked out great.
Makes me want to buy more 2-packs. Damn it.
Yeah, that was fun. Trying to buy all those. And the only reason I bought them is because somebody told me that they weren't planning on another 2-pack with like 2 other versions of like Leo and.
Is that
Brad.
true? They're not.
That's what I was
on
told
2-packs?
by the person that designed those.
Are we
But
going
I was holding off for that reason. That I was like, there's got to be. But all right, well, maybe at least one more.
We'll know next month. I know we're all going.
Right.
We're all like, you're going to San Diego Comic-Con.
Yep.
We'll be there. Our panel got canceled, but we're still trying to get there somehow.
Okay.
I think we're going to go on as guests with one of our licensors, but we'll be there.
Oh, I love this too. This the posing. There's a story behind this, right? Because it's you and Team the T Collector doing this, right? Or I feel like this goes back and forth.
Oh no, this was so this was all of our these were gifts that we had given to people over the time that we had made, and I always wanted to make a wall for it.
Oh no, I meant the posing. I meant the posing.
The posing.
Like
yeah. Oh, so that was a joke.
Yeah.
Last year when this you probably can't really see it, but the Jim Lawson set came out last year in June. Yep. Everybody asked me to help them find stuff, and I just happened to like find 5 of them locally. So I bought them all, and there's like this stupid trend where people were super serious. It was like the Blessed, they would do that pose like with their shoes on or something, and it was like whatever. And I was like, that's so obnoxious. And because I'm pretty much a dad at this point, I was like, dad jokes are funny. I'm just gonna run this into the ground. And like it was me being like facetious about it. I took a photo like that, and then Near the Mad Hatter, he did the same photo, but he just had a baby, so he had like diapers and shit and like formula, and it was so fucking funny. Like it came up the other day on my memories, and I was dying of laughter, and like it was so funny. Yeah, and then like Holothon happened, and I bought all of Holothon at once, so I'm like, let's do it again. And then David Soto, he's in Puerto Rico, has to have stuff shipped to him. People shipped him toys, and then he did the photo as a joke. And it's just a joke at this point. But that was done by a community member. The drawing was a guy named Murdoch.
Okay.
Yeah. Huge shout out to April. She's the interior decorator of the house. You can see my room's all turtles, but like the rest of my house looks like an adult lives here.
Yes,
it's good.
We should do that with the Mezco set.
I was gonna say we should do it. I was saying about you should do it. You're always picking them up. And then here's all your wraps apparently.
That's all my wraps. Yep.
And then this is the dio this is one that you did based off of the dio that they had at San Diego Comic-Con last year.
Yeah, I made that, and then and then Trevor sent me over. I didn't print them, but Trevor sent me over the pylons that he used for them because they 3D printed some additional items. He's the one that told me about the metal rings and such. So huge shout out to Trevor over at NECA for like always being a homie on that stuff.
Trevor's another one of those guys where he's super shy, but once you get kind of in that group with him and start talking about him, he's really nice. So.
Yeah, man of little words.
Yeah. Oh. And this is one of your customs that you did for Joey?
Joey, yeah. There are more sitting here. I straight up told him that I am miserable painting them, so I haven't finished them yet. But these little guys, he sent me.
Oh, look at
that. Yeah, he'd sent me all 4 of these, and they're just sitting on my desk because I just don't want to have to paint the insides. So I'm miserable doing it. So yeah, I painted just the one. I'm working on this. This is a resin head.
Nice.
It's fake. The Resin Nation, Stephen Vineyard, he does custom casts of things, and I sent him a whole bunch of my heads from the cast. It's getting blown out like crazy, but you can kind of see it. There you go.
Yeah.
There it is.
True 1/1. Like these are 1/1 scale. He did the same with the Mezco heads. When I got my Mezco set in, I sent him everything. He has all casts. He has the best color match to do all red bandanas. He's just like not selling them. Yeah, perfect. Hell yeah, dude.
There you go. That's so funny.
Yeah. So let me tell you the David story real quick because this one means a lot.
Yeah.
So I hope he's still here. I know I hate that I feel like I'm taking over, but so
dude, it's your episode.
So David, So David lives in Puerto Rico.
97 people show up beforehand. It's fine. This is your time, man.
So David is from Puerto Rico, and he hits me up, and he's like super nice. I met him at New York Comic Con. Him and Jose. They do a group called the Sewer Batch, and like essentially, and the way that I look at it from up here in New York is not a country. It's fucking the states. We're gonna just call it a state at this point. Where they get fucked on turtle products, so they have to like they're a community that has come together to help each other out to get stuff down there, which is like super awesome. And I met him at New York Comic Con. Everything was awesome, like super cool. So then he hits me up and he's like, "Hey, I want to go to Granite State this year," but then they announce the Portsmouth.
The extra one. Yep.
Which one do I go to? But he wants to go based on like who's going to be there, and I said, "Go to Portsmouth." And I think he said his wife's birthday was that weekend, so it was going to be tough. I'm like, please trust me, go to Portsmouth, because Pete was going to be there, which I knew the whole time, but we couldn't. No one could know. Yep. So he does it. He comes up, but he's only there for Saturday, and it was expensive. We all know, like, that was an expensive ass event. Yeah. But he got the issue, not the reprint, but he got one of the issue you get there. And he got it signed by Kevin, but then he's in line to get signed by Pete. But they did this weird number thing, and it was all fucky. And he waited for hours, and then Pete got tired and he left. He was already there for like 4.5 hours, so Pete left. He was very bummed out. I saw it, like he was upset, and I said, "You flying home tomorrow?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Give me your comic, I'll take care of it." So I did. The next day, I walked up to Denise Levine, and I said, "Can you please have Pete sign this for me? It'd mean a lot. It's for my friend." And I explained to her. She goes, "Of course." So when Pete showed up, slipped it over to him, he signed it, and I got it back. And then I mailed it out to him. He got it, I think, last week or the week before. Nice. So now he has a real, like, it is signed by Pete and Kevin, 2024. And the reason that's special is because it's 2020. It's actually dated 2024. So, like, and it's that reprint. It's a mark. If you don't know, Portsmouth, where they debuted the first Ninja Turtles 40 years ago. So this was a big deal. So although he wasn't there to get it signed by Pete, it's signed by Pete, and
he was there while Pete was there. So
he saw him.
He saw him. So I'm happy. Sorry, I finished. No, I cut you off. I actually ran into Dave at New York Comic Con last year too, and I was like, "Oh my god, Sewer Batch!" And he like looked at me, and I was like, "Yeah, I know you guys. I follow you guys." And he's like, "Okay, cool." Like totally freaked out. And then like the next day, I got this big long text message. It was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm not used to people recognizing me." I'm like, and I was like, "Cool. I thought I came on too strong." Like, so, but we've been messaging back and forth since, and I know he's got the big turtle convention coming up in I want to say Brazil, but I'm not sure.
Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. Close. I was close.
He's been trying to get me to come down, and I can't.
He asked me to film a video for it, so I'm excited to do that and send that out there. But he's super nice guy, super sweet guy. And I think he said he's going to come back. I think he's coming back up for New York Comic Con this year.
I don't know. Him and I have actually not talked about that. He actually messaged me today, and I think I opened it and forgot to respond. So David, if you're still here, I'm sorry. I have 16 unread DMs on Instagram alone. Like I was busy today. So it's one of those things. Yeah, so super awesome. Like that's one of the things I like about this whole thing is like I met you guys. Yeah. We've met in person. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like I met David, Jose. I met so many people.
Yeah. David's
that are like friends.
Yeah. So there you go.
Oh yeah, he's still here. Cool.
Yeah. So and then we'll see each other again at the end of June at the one at White Plains, which Mashu, if you're interested, I have an extra ticket. So
end of June?
End of June.
Yeah, 29th and 30th. I'm really torn on that because I'm going the 29th, which is a Saturday. That's Judith's birthday. And it's a 3.5 hour drive for me. So I'm only going for the day and driving home. So now I'm in a pickle. Am I staying after the convention and we're all going out to dinner and getting in trouble with the wife or for her? Or am I like,
where is this?
It's White Plains, New York. So
okay.
I will be kids in tow, unfortunately. So I will not be staying after, but
I mean,
but yeah,
I'm already in the doghouse for going. So
yeah, so you might as well get a good story out of it. So
yeah, worst case scenario, I'm going to crash with Dave. The team and
Dom says he's going too. So yeah,
hell
TBT
yeah.
collector. He's excited. So Dom's gonna be there, 10 minutes from his house. So worst case scenario, you could crash at Dom's house too.
Yeah,
So there you go.
I just hate driving at night. I got astigmatism in my left eye, so I hate driving at night, and I got to drive 3.5 hours. That shit sucks.
Yeah. So Macho, I'll drive on that one too if you want. So
all right, cool.
All right, we're hitting the hour mark, so let's go to your shoe drop, dude. What do you got? What do you got to reveal tonight?
All right, cool. Well, how long do we got on this?
We usually go about 90 minutes. So but I mean, if you want to go longer, we'll go longer.
We'll blow through them. So
yeah,
everybody's already seen these.
We try to be respectful.
Everybody's already seen these. I don't know if you want to full screen me. We're gonna pull it back a little bit so it doesn't blow out
right now.
These are dropping on Friday. These are unfinished, by the way. These have to be painted. 25 of these are dropping. This is a collaboration with artist Jim McKenzie. I love that it actually shows up the right way on screen. Scarecrow, go check him out on Instagram. He's got like 500,000 followers. He's a sculptor and he does some incredible stuff. So we did a short horn. This is our silhouette right there. Got a bullseye on the bottom. This doesn't have a bullseye. It's bullshit. That's what we say. So it's really neat. It's got some straw on the sides. But if that's not your
he was featured this weekend at Monsterpalooza.
Yep. So
Monsterpalooza. Yeah.
Anybody that follows us, follows him, went to Monsterpalooza. He was there. We had these are the other shoes that are not finished, like painted. The ones that are finished were there. But these are, if you're more of a high top person, if you like the Nike silhouette, pretty much the same idea. A little bit of a change. The leather up here now, where is it? Right there with a stitch across. I don't know how well it's going to show up, but that ends up being painted.
Oh wow!
So we get some pardon me, washes in there. So
that's good.
They're super fun. So these are everybody already knows about. We've already shown these off. These are on the website right now. Pre-order will go live. 25 of each. So that's it. That's all we're doing. These not a lot of people have seen. Tom did wear these at Monsterpalooza this week. These are, we don't know the name of these yet, but they're heavily themed.
Okay.
No logos. So these are pretty awesome. If you know, you know.
Yep.
Some space cats.
Ho? Yeah, we call them Ho? Yeah.
Yeah. So they're super cool. Keeping this one vague, but this will be another limited drop on our short horn. As you can see, we're trying to do our silhouettes as much as possible.
And your short horns are your own sneaker. They're not the Nike version.
Not repurposed. Yeah, they're
not repurposed. Got it.
Yeah, we don't buy it and reuse parts of it. This is ours, built from the ground up. If you are unfamiliar with our stuff, I know both of you guys have.
Yep.
Well, J-Shot, you have you have short horns, right?
Were the
you have ones that are pink?
Yes, the Toydles ones. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Joey's ones. Yeah.
No, those are not. Those aren't these. Something that you have ordered that has been eluding us for months.
Yes.
As a short horn. But
that's.
I'm bringing it up. I like these more than a Nike silhouette. Yeah. Personally, with this in the back, they're sick. Don't push it down and try to use it. We've had so many people that are like, I can't wear these. They're really uncomfortable. That thing you just pushes in. It's like, you got to leave it up. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, it looks like an extra thing. Yeah.
So
and those are dropping when?
Those are dropping maybe next week. They're this month. We haven't decided yet. All right. So here's a big one.
Ooh. All right. Ready.
Licensed. We've had this license. These have been done for 8 months now. Whole collection dropping. Biker Mice from Mars. We're going back.
Cool.
We did an homage a while back. We did 3 different shoes for each of the Biker Mice.
Very cool.
But these are officially licensed from Nacelle. We've got a ton of Nacelle licenses. We got RoboForce. We've got what else? Oh, Cowboys and Mesa.
Cowboys. Yep.
So we're doing all these. So you might
short horns on Mesas. That's a Kismet right there. I think. Is what we call
we got Sectors, which is cool.
Sectors. Okay.
Yeah, the Sector shoe's done, and we hated it, so Tom redesigned it. But that one's going back through the ringer. But you got the leather. You've got the zipper. Like that's a straight up half a zipper.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Got the Biker Mice. So some of the stuff we've got coming, we've got like we got a denim vest coming. We've already got the bomber prototype in the office, which is cool, brown and purple, some cool stuff on it. Shout out to Nacelle for their approval process.
Yeah,
it's
simple,
like
easy.
Yeah, you show them something like
cool.
Good, like that's one and done. So you do
dream client.
It looks good.
All right.
Yes, dream client for sure.
Dream client.
That is the dream. Yeah, you do it, and they give you creative freedom, and that is one of the hardest things to do.
Yeah.
But they know that we know our audience. So I want to give them a special shout out because they're super
That's awesome.
cool. So licensed on a Longhorn. It is our silhouette again, even though you might not be able to see our horn in there.
Yep.
But 2 horns, bam, bam.
Okay.
So we got that, and then here is going to be the final drop for June. Now this is a Gary Dolan thing.
Okay.
I came in, and Tom might hate me for this, but I said, Tom, we got to appeal to people that don't like the most ridiculous, outlandish shoes ever. We got to appeal to everybody. So maybe we should start doing the Bull Airs originals. Let's do something that is special. Might be a little tame. And the first thing I said was, let's do this. And he did it right away. And the first release in this Bull Airs Originals was a flop. We joked about this before we started. The Pizza Boys did not do well. But going with the same color scheme, growing up, I was a skateboarder. But before I was skateboarding, I was indoctrinated into a normal 90s kid. You got to love some kind of sport. So basketball was it, 6'1". Okay. So I was thrown into basketball. And you got to homage the GOAT. So these are the Longhorn with the homage to Jordan 1s. Red and white colorway. And then on the heel, you're not going to be able to see it because they're so blown out. We always put it's embossed on here, but it says, "Heroes get remembered, legends never die." Across the whole
that's awesome.
heel right there. So unfortunately, it's not going to show up. There it is.
There it goes. There it is.
There
it is. All right.
So you've got that.
Good, man.
And I think this is I don't know if this is a custom logo. This is a sample, so we might have to change this. I'm kind of naive to the logo. We tried to change it a little bit, I think, but if that's not changed enough, we gotta fix that because we don't want to step on any toes. But we've teased these a couple of times, and people have been really hyped on them, so I'm hoping they do well. But this is our colorway. This is our homage to that Jordan 1, which, in my opinion, started the whole sneaker game. Yeah. Jordan is the reason people collect shoes at this point.
Yeah, those are awesome. I like those a lot. I think again the colors, man. The colors just look dope.
Pop.
They're just good. Obviously, the white's a little blown out, but when you really get them up close, you see all the different the stitching and that it's all leather. I'm just a big fan of these. And like I said, one of my first contributions was let's just not do something that's super crazy. Yeah. I did a cyberpunk shoe that's black and yellow. It's all black with yellow piping around it as the accents. That's been concept for a long time. I did some slides similar to those Vans ones that have the elastic on the side. They're just slip-ons.
Yeah.
I just call them slip-on shoes, but we just did it's on the Bull Airs Instagram. We did a 1-of-1 commission of a Cyclops themed one.
And I had those up before.
Yeah, they're like those, but I've been doing a lot of those for fun. Those essentially kind of turned into the steers, which are our take on Hey Dudes. So we've been doing those, trying to get something affordable out there for everybody, and we just have fun with it. We've got 2 dropping next month that are currently in production. We put them in last week. It is a add-on to the Bull Mags collection, both of them. Wow. So there's those.
I saw these. I wanted these.
Yeah. I have been pushing for us to redesign them a little bit. Now you see there's a logo on that. That's because that was a 1-of-1. Only one of those exists in the world. Yeah. We're not selling those. But that was an art piece for somebody. But I've been telling Tom I want to do another pair of those, remove the logos, make sure it's within compliance to the theme aspect, and do something like that.
Oh, these are cool. These are really cool.
Could we commission a 2 of 2? Maybe.
We sure can. We've actually been talking about it. We sure can.
I wanted to, I brought up, I was like, why don't we do a between two Sentinel shoe?
I would, yeah.
We sure can. So
I'm sure I could work something out.
yeah.
I got to catch up a little bit though. I started working on Ken Scott's request 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be really fun. So Ken Scott, he played Raphael and one of the foot soldiers in the first Turtles movie.
Right. And I think he's one of the guys that are going to be, because there's going to be a ton of those actors at that one at the end of those two. The one at the end of the month. So you got Peter Bill says he'll buy those. So there you go. Just 2 pairs of glossy purple robot boots for the Sentinels.
We did. I did. And I'm going to say that I'm going to use the name so we know what the hell we're talking about. But like, I was doing one of those based off Magneto, where it was his helmet down the toe. I thought it'd be really, really cool. But we've been working on licensing like crazy because we want to make sure, like, we want to do everything legit in the best way possible and reach the most people. Just as like Tom met with Universal this weekend, which is really cool. They're huge fans of ours, so hopefully we can move that forward. I mentioned Capcom earlier.
Yeah.
We're working on, I think we're almost done with Hasbro. So that'll be cool. And then my favorite fun story is Tom was at the bar at Las Vegas at the convention for licensing. And it was like it was the night of like the convention when everybody was coming in. Ended up like hanging out and talking with somebody. He's like the president of merchandising at Mattel. So now we've got a Mattel contact. You never know we're going to meet people. So we're hoping that we can do that too. No guarantees, everyone.
Yeah, of course.
But
of course,
the contracts and you got to come to an agreement. And there's so much. But I'm hoping that we can do a lot of things. Tom had 2 really big meetings this weekend in California with 2 large companies that have a lot of licensing that we can piggyback off of. So that is going to be awesome. And I think everybody that finds out, when they find out, will be like, holy shit, like we're going to be selling a lot. We're going to be making a lot of shoes, not like designing a lot of design.
That is both exciting and terrifying, just based off of how many shoes I've got from you guys already. So I think I'm looking at 4 boxes here.
Well, the goal is to always get prices down, like legitimately. Right. We don't like straight up don't like charging what we charge, but for the work that has to go into them and then the amount that we sell compared to us needing to at least eat Taco Bell once a week, we got to sell them at the prices.
Totally understandable.
When you're talking about, especially when you're talking about, right, like this is one of 25, right? Like it's a unique piece, right? So
we're not out doing thousands. We're not Adidas.
Oh, right. I didn't even want to bring that up because I know where that's going to go. So,
Jay Shot, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Now, did you open your turtles yet, or is it just still in the plastic?
I got it this far. This is as far as I got. So
that's not as far as you need to get it.
Did you get it? Did you slip it up though?
No. Why? Like it's true.
It's got pretty okay artwork on the inside. Some stuff you don't see very often.
It's a cooler box than the other one.
Oh, this one? Yeah, that's pretty dope. That is pretty dope.
Are you guys ready for me to ruin it for you?
Yeah, ruin it for me.
Donatello's head's too small. They use clip art over. They use standard clip art from the asset folder over his body.
Oh, damn it.
Well, forget it. Who wants to buy it?
This is gonna go in the garbage then.
So I will say, as one of my new fun endeavors, we've been helping with a good friends of ours, Pop Culture Coffee. They just released an official Ninja Turtles collaboration line, right? So that is like super cool. So like, thankfully, I know what can be worked with these companies, and I'm happy Mezco like got pretty far with their stuff. I know that with some of the designs, I saw some of the original designs for like the coffee and all that. That they, you had the approval process with Viacom, Paramount, Nickelodeon, whoever it is. They had some cooler designs, but they had to go more with the clip art or the asset folder stuff. At the end of the day, so like I'm really in tune. I see asset art like immediately all the time.
I know how you feel about these, but there is just, I don't know, man. Like the colors for me just pop so well. I mean, I got a little janky leg here, but that's all right.
Yeah. If I'm not mistaken, that's what Machu's got up. That's Steve Levine's work.
Yeah, that looks just like Levine.
Steve, I hope you got royalties on that.
I hope he did too. Steve was a good guy. He was cool meeting that guy. But yeah,
Steve,
dude, I don't know.
Steve
The colors
amazing.
on these, the colors on these look so good. The colors pop.
I can't get past the colors with the texture mixed in.
The texture. I get that. I can understand it.
Can't do it.
though. I mean, look, NECA will always be my main go-to, but I love the way that the other ones moved, and I had them out the other day too, just playing with them. These move so well.
They're smooth. Yeah. My complaint is that their ankle rockers barely work.
Yeah,
they barely have an ankle rocker in it, and that was my complaint with the original NECA ones.
I can see that. I can see that as a complaint.
No, Machi, you're muted.
I carve out the plastic on the ankles so that way I get a little more range.
Do you? Yeah, I couldn't do that for a $400 set.
I want to make the most out of it, so
yeah. Risk it.
That's why I buy 2 NECA sets of everything. I buy a set and I display it, and then I have another set that I just manhandle.
Just buy two Mezco sets. Yeah.
I don't have that much money. Are you kidding me?
Buy 2 Mezco sets. All right. So we are hitting our time here. But dude, this has been awesome. And I said at the beginning, like you're a Renaissance man, my friend. Just between the customizing and the shoes and the collecting and the photography, your talent knows no bounds. And it's pretty awesome, man. And as much as you like to say you're an asshole, you're a good dude. You're a good dude, and we are lucky to have you here tonight.
Look at that death stare.
The Donnie eyes are pretty bad. I will give you that. But so you got a bunch of stuff coming up. You said you are going to be at San Diego Comic-Con.
We're planning on it. Yeah.
Okay.
We were supposed to have a panel there where we talked about the shoes and such and like designing, and then it randomly got canceled. So that was our invite gone. Essentially, we're currently working on getting there with the Ultraman team is the goal. I think right now. Cool. So that's what we're trying to do. I'm sure we'll squeeze in there somehow, and we'll get everything taken care of last minute in the Tom Bullman way.
Yeah. Well, we'll be there. And if you need a place to crash one night, let us know. We'll see if we can squeeze you in. G says, "What up? Gary is the drip god. He's amazing. You have a great guest of your show." And Jason coming in the last minute saying, "What up, my dudes?" Jason, always good to see you in the chat here.
He may or may have not been the person I asked about with that 2-pack set about a Leo and Raph earlier.
I picked up on that.
I love Jason.
But yeah, dude. All right, so you got the Niagara Falls convention this weekend that you'll be at. We'll see you at the end of the month too at that one, and then every Wednesday we'll see you on the Bull Airs channel. And then Turtle podcast. You want to pitch that too, or
yeah, we record every Thursday. Every other Thursday. Party Wagon podcast. I believe it's TMNT Party Wagon podcast on YouTube. We're on episode 35. We're recording tomorrow. We try to just talk about turtles and stuff. We don't prep for it. We just jump in and we just talk. And by we just talk, I talk and Steven listen. It seems most of the time. As you can tell, I'm a talker. But that's just kind of what we do, and it's fun. It just goes off the rails. We just spitball ideas. But to your statement, I will also be at ZoloCon in Pennsylvania in August. Their last summer show ever. There's going to a 1 show a year in winter, they're calling it, which we will also be at. And then Granite State we will be at in September.
Got it.
And then I don't know what else we've got. Tom has been throwing stuff on like the table out of nowhere, like Monster Palooza this past weekend.
Yeah.
He told me like a week ago. So,
well, keep us posted. And if I'm sure if you do pop down to New York Comic Con, I'm sure we catch up there too.
Oh yeah. I think we're going to try to get down there this year again.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, it's so close. So, just at least pop in for a minute. Machi, you got anything coming up?
I got Enablers tomorrow night.
Enablers tomorrow?
Around. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't even. Yeah, and then next week you and I are on Maz's Toy Box.
Yes.
On Tuesday, starting at 6:00 Eastern. So check that out, and then we'll have our regular stream on Wednesday as well.
Busy boys.
yeah, we got a lot going on. Busy month going on. So with all that, stay tuned for the post on the Chubsies giveaway. Appreciate him for stopping by, and huge shout out and thank you to him for donating that as well. And be sure to check out Duarte's studio and get your pre-order in for the Kent stage before it's gone, because I feel like a lot of people got FOMO when they didn't get their Ryu stage or their Dabe stage. So and Steve, you get a shout out too. So with that being said, appreciate the hell out of you guys watching, whether you're watching live or the replay. Go out there, go make some content, go be proud of yourselves, and Machu, cue that outro. Yeah, Donnie.